Welcome to the daily update of Gamergate 2, and it's a lot happening again. I thought that because it's Friday, things would be slower or it wouldn't generally give too much stuff, but this one is a bit of a doozy. First and foremost, thanks again to Grams, because he's doing God's work in this one. He's collecting a lot of stuff in here. So anyway, here is what he said. Former Sweet Baby Inc. dev claims it was all misinformation. Claims she doesn't hate white people. Immediately gets called out by ex-friend and co-dev on her Validate game. Remember that Validate game in which it was a bunch of fat women dating relatively fit men and they all looked like they were... I don't know... from Call Art. Remember that one? Yeah, basically that. Anyway, it is what the Grump said. Sweet Baby Inc. is full of racists. Nobody in mainstream media reports this. Of course not. And also remember this woman here in this video from Libs of TikTok in which she basically just said that she wants to, well, make it nicer just... without white people. Now, technically, you know what? Let me do the nice, correct thing here and just play it.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying
that's
that
exactly what she's saying.
It's hard to work with white people because they think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
So basically now you got it. Now you remember you had a refresher course of what is happening and who this person is. So anyway, here is what she wrote. Obviously the profile is still protected, so you cannot see it, but here it is what she said.
And this video is a bit outdated. I recorded in the summer 2021. Validate was released in September of 2022. From when this video was recorded to release, we had a few white developers join your team to help us with some music and audio needs. Yeah, they're just talking. Nowhere in this video did I say we don't hire white people. That I hate white people.
She kind of did say that.
I clearly said we wanted to have a team that reflected the values of the game we were making. As a leader, you picked the best people possible for the job.
Why didn't you just contradict yourself in the previous sentence? It looks like you contradicted yourself. Either way.
In this case, the best people for the job were the people who understood the kind of game we were making. Developers working in a game full of queer characters who understand the importance of queerness in games that is realistic and respectful towards queer people.
Well now that's interesting because there is some pushback to apparently, allegedly a former friend. So here is the screenshot that Grums showed. Danny, quoting, Danny, you used to be a very good friend to me, but you have stopped taking accountability and being careful with how you navigate public online spaces. That is to say, you are not careful with your wording and how you go about spreading a certain message. Continuing, I don't believe it is true when you say you want your team to be safe. You have failed to do so. With us, your first group, you put, quote, fuck, right, people, on the graphic of the character I designed, and you put money on, and put money to all of us in jeopardy. I was being stalked and wouldn't have episodes. Yeah. So I decided to go on and check exactly what the person said in all its glory. So here it is. The first two tweets I just read, so now I'm going to continue. It's a relatively long, but I suspect it's a very good take, but right. Because I was still am paranoid as it is, you cannot just say things, and I'm so surprised you have not figured that out yet. Considering you have been part of many discussions where your wording and behavior was questionable. We, as Black creators, always have to be careful out there. You have been trolling instead of getting a grip, being a professional with your intentions. I had to block you after you got called out for this because you did not take it seriously until your yes man actually became concerned. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that because it's absolutely not. But this needed to be said, and I'm still extremely hurt by your reaction to me telling you how that one mess up on the first graphic of the character I designed got us on fucking Kiwi farms, and sparked the rumors about us being racist. You had the nerve to push it aside. Yeah. Apparently the actual racist, it's allegedly very much rumored based on this comment to be Danny. Anyway, but we all got hit and giving me a weak-ass apology. I really believe that if that wasn't on the graphic, we, and most importantly, you, would not have such a tarnished background as you have now. Finally, somebody came out. You should have said that when the game was released. It would have avoided a lot of headaches. And actually redirected the hate or the message to the actual responsible for the racism that we saw there. But before we continue, here is a trailer. Right, I'm back, baby. Yeah, right. So, on another news, Kotaku may actually be imploding. You know, that shitty website which gives us the shittiest news possible, like this retarded article here full of propaganda, lies, and gaslighting. Remember this one? From Kotaku. Sweet baby ink doesn't do what some gamers think it does. Yeah. Isn't that the parent company, I don't know, who lost that spin and it's struggling and all of that stuff? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Now this is interesting, isn't it? I mean, look at the size of this goddamn fucking retarded article, and it's absolutely utter shit. But, well, this is what it is, and, oh, at they used to have comments, and now it's off as well. Apparently, they turned it off. But either way, you now remember that article, and, well, now you know what Kotaku is. So here it is, an interesting news. Some Jen, she said this.
Some personal news. I've resigned from Kotaku and Gene Spunfeller is an herb.
I still don't know exactly what a herb is, but apparently to some online dictionary, it's an insulting term that is usually used around the region of, I don't know, Manhattan, Pennsylvania, or something thereabouts. But this is good news because a lot of people are getting triggered over this. And apparently a few other people have left Kotaku. But here is another interesting take.
Extremely proud of Jen for taking this ethical stance in response to profoundly misguided anti-journalism edict from Go Media Management.
Oh, now that's interesting. Another person who left. This is interesting. Let's take a look at the person responsible for the, I think it was the Verge article, or was it the Edge article? No, not the Verge. It was some other retarded article that I closed, and I do not remember. But it was absolutely stupid, because after all, these people, games journalists, are not known to, well, write journalism. They are there to write propaganda pieces and narrative, to paint a narrative, nothing more. So here it is. Help us decisions to deprioritize news and have Wired. Have the staff focus on content churn. So it's Wired. I was wrong. Well, anyway. According to the source close to the situation, Kotaku staff will be expected to create 50 guides a week at the site. Currently, Kotaku's homepage features a prominent game tips and guides module atop of the page in a space that was previously reserved for major stories and breaking news. Staff members have criticized the homepage redesign on social media, noting that Kotaku's major source of traffic is not guides. Yeah, it's mostly people laughing at you fucking idiots and how you write your goddamn fucking narrative and you try to gaslight people. That's the most of your traffic. I can assure you that one. And the article that was the biggest traffic in a month of weeks, I don't know. It was us laughing and pointing out at how you people are gaslighting others, how you're lying, and how, well, these games journalists are all there just for the narrative. They are not there for anything else. In fact, that's why they are pissed that they cannot write guides, even if it's 5 guides or 3 guides a week. It doesn't matter. They will not do it. Why? Because they are there to paint a narrative. They are there to spread their nonsensical belief. They are there to spread the lies and gaslights. That's all they are there for. That's why they do not want to do those guides. They do not want to write about games. All they want to do is write gaslighting articles to spread the narrative. So you can see why. For instance, this idiot here, who is very prominent, wrote from Nathan.
Go Media is effectively forcing Kotaku to pivot away from news and demanded that its staff of 7 writers churn out an impossible number of guides per week. Not what writers sign up for and not why people visit Kotaku in the first place. Stupid and cruel.
First and foremost, most people visit the Kotaku website is mostly to laugh at you people. Secondly, yeah, I do believe that's definitely not what they sign up for. They sign up in there just so they can start writing articles like Washington Post, CNN, and MSNBC, but because they do not hold the right qualifications to work on those propaganda stations, they decided to use games journalism as the source for their propaganda spreading techniques. So that's why they are very butthurt. And this is quite fascinating, isn't it? But seeing Kotaku implode is actually the thing that we did not expect to happen so soon, as the Gamergate 2 movement began. Right, so here we have the author of that shitty article giving her 2 cents. The fact that leadership wanted to aggressively pivot what Kotaku does in the midst of harassment campaign levied against me on the site for an original piece of reporting that was the second most read story for over a week is telling, mama. Isn't it because you actually lied in the article and we are pretty much using your article as like a point of proving us right because we are right on how you games media and games journalists are, and that you people are not interested in truth, and that you people just want to lie and lie and lie and never give us the truth and the facts? Isn't that why? Oh well, tiny little details. Nobody seems to care. Well, anyway, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And remember, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you.